This is A416. I want to make people aware of what has been tucked away inside of this NYC Assembly Bill, this 416. Now, New York has been very tyrannical on many different levels, and probably will continue to be. And we've seen places like Australia snatching people up, sending them to camps, all tied in with this whole orchestration. Now, inside of this bill out of NY State, we can see the language going along the same lines, talking about taking people and holding them in a facility. If the government believes that they have some kind of disease or a variant of the disease, then they go on to talk about not only a disease, but if you scroll down, and I'll leave a link if you guys go and check this out for yourself, you will see where they start talking about persons that have been contaminated with amounts of radioactive material or toxic chemical, such that the individual may present a danger to others. They are to undergo decontamination procedure. And then upon request, they'll be afforded an opportunity to be heard with the provisions of the subdivisions 2 through 11 of this section shall otherwise apply. So they're going to force us to listen to what you got to say. They're saying, but is that going to count? Probably not. If they say that you have a disease or if you have been stricken with radioactive material here or toxic chemical, how is that going to come about? Oh, I'm sure all the ideas and theories are going to fly on this. Just know that this is what they've concocted and cooked up in NYC. I'm going to leave a link so you guys can read up on this, and I'll stay updating as I come across more. So hit that subscribe button for more. Much.
Hey, Shalom, Akib, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory honor to this duty, How Shai, Bashim Kakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect, noise in the gospel abroad. Living up the standard of Yahweh, Bashim Shai, wherever it may be. This is Akib Mahalaya, come back with another lesson through the Spirit. Video by this guy, A416, was going into the Assembly Bill 416. All right, which it says relates to the removal of cases and contracts and carriers of communicable such and such as who are potentially dangerous to the health. Okay, so it's communicable. It says this bill is basically allowing them to detain you if they deem you some type of threat to health or security risk. Now, if you look at what's happening in Austria, over there in Austria, then you got Sweden, etc. They're pretty much going through the same thing, because a lot of those prisoners are being taken to these detention facilities, man. And that's the spirit. I had a vision or a dream, if you may say, last night about the UN troops in FEMA camps, man. Which, you know, in my dream, it was in a setting of a shopping mall, like a mall center, like you go indoors, the stores, etc. So, that's the spirit, man, because now it comes out. A416. Yep, and your brothers could do more research on the bill. But basically, man, this is what we amount to, and this is what this thing was been about, detaining people against their freedoms, against their wills, because they don't comply with the, you know what, with the juice, so to speak. All right, this is another way of Esau to use his tactic to push this whole, you know what, infrastructure, okay, because this is going to lead to the implementation of the Siragma, okay, which we already know what that is according to Revelation 13 and 16 on down to 18, okay. So through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the prophets have been speaking these things, and we've been on point with it, man. Like it tells you in Ezekiel the 33rd chapter, then they should know that a prophet have been among them. And you know, hey, what are the chances? Okay, so now if you deem a threat and you don't deal with their particular mandates, you don't deal with their with the juice, they can very well say, look, man, you are a potential threat. We have to detain you, because I believe a quarantine period goes into 45 days or something. 45 days or something to quarantine. Because unos, dos, tres, cuatro. Cuatro is 4. Okay, so I believe it's like 40 days, if I'm not mistaken, of being detained, which is a month and 10 days. All right, and Yahweh Shai said, he says, hey, you should be tried. You should have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful to death, and I will give you a crown of life. And some brothers are going to have to undergo this particular test, which could be very rigorous in most cases. But if you have the spirit of Yahweh Shai, then you have nothing to worry about ultimately, because the spirit of the Lord is going to prevail through his men. Okay, and that's the spirit. I see 1555, which 5 represents power, 1 is wisdom, and A is your pop, man. So, hey, brothers, we're at the times. Esau is going crazy because he knows he has but a short time, and this is the reason why he's doing what he's doing, because this man is on his way out of here. Okay, he's on his way out of here, and he knows that his kingdom is going down, but within his pride, he's hoping that somehow he can alter the Most High's prophecy, which there's no change in prophecy. Okay, you can't upset prophecy to fit your particular curriculum or your curriculum. Okay, and his curriculum is nothing more than an NWO. All right, so with that being said, it says relate to the removal of cases, contacts, and carriers of communicable diseases who are potentially dangerous to the health. And what is none than the omnivorant, so to speak, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, because they're pushing this thing through thick and thin. They don't care how sloppy it looks. They don't care how stupid it is, how offset it is. He's pushing this. Meanwhile, you got them erecting Baphomet statues, baby Baphomet statues, within state building in the state of Illinois. Baby Baphomet, which Baphomet is one of the top deities in Babylon the Great. Okay, and Baphomet is basically the demon, the spiritual demon Satan, that the elites bow down to. Because when you look at these entertainers or these celebrities, when they throw up the goat's horns, pledging their allegiance to Satan, that's the Baphomet, man, which is an androgynous demon, which has a penis and a vagina and etc. He's androgynous. So you guys like Jay-Z, Kanye West, what's this guy name? Like this nigga Kanye West got called the Book of Jesus, which is blasphemy. Okay, because Kanye, you're a bug out, man. All right, give a damn what you say about the 12 tribes, quote unquote, of Judah. You are a bug out, bro. All right, and the Lord is not dealing with you, you know, and he's getting ready to punch your clock because hey, you pissing the elites off. So if Kanye West end up dead or sacrificed, just know, because hey, the Most High is sick of his madness. But reading on, you got Adele, okay, you got all these celebrities and so forth that believe in that. So these are the ones that's pushing this, because all these celebrities pretty much was pushing this, man. Even from LeBron to all these celebrities, etc. You know, they're pushing it. And those of us that don't deal with it, then hey, we will be pretty much detained. Like it tells you in Revelation 20th chapter, those that will be beheaded for the witness and the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so you're gonna have men in this truth, in this very truth, pushing the word, that's gonna be beheaded for the testimony of Yahweh Shai, man, which is really a beautiful thing. And you know, those brothers that go through that, you know, whether it be brothers we close to, brothers myself, the apostles, you know, certain apostles might have to go through the that particular torment to get their crown of life. It's very possible, but it's written that we're going to get the victory, because the Lord is going to put a special spirit on the men of the Lord, the hopeful elect, or the elect, should I say, in order to you know, potentially overcome this thing, you know. So this is nothing to be afraid of. If actually this is something to rejoice in, because this lets us know that Esau is going down. When they want to put you in detention for not dealing with their folly and with their madness. Okay, so I got a couple of precepts here, nothing too long. This wasn't meant to be a long lesson, all right? But this remind me of the account when the apostles was put in prison for teaching Yahweh Shai, and this is pretty much the same thing, because sooner or later it's gonna boil down to all these guys are spewing hatred, venom. These guys are saying this and this and that. They're speaking out against the society, the social structure. They're not happy with the feminist agenda. They're not happy with the Momo agenda, and they're causing a nuisance. So therefore, they're gonna find a way how to shut us up. But you can't stop the word, man. Okay. So this is the book of let's start at 16. It says, there came also a multitude out of the cities round about into Jerusalem, bringing in sick folks, and them which were vexed with unclean spirits, and they healed every one. And the high priest rose up, and all that were with him, with the sect of the Sadducees and were filled with indignation. They were pissed off, man, because the scribes and Pharisees, their money was being tampered with due to Yahushua and the disciples being able to perform the miracles and coming with the true and only gospel. Okay, and it was jacking up the scribes and Pharisees. It was fucking up their come on, man, you gonna let me over? Edomite dickhead. I hate you fucking devils, man. You know, but anyway, it was messing up their money. That's why I said you fill Jerusalem with this man's blood, with this man's doctrine, because they didn't want to hear of it. So it's kind of the same thing now, though they're disguising it under these particular pestilence, etc. Regardless of it is, they want to silence us all together for teaching Yahushua, because as we're teaching Yahushua and proclaiming it on the highways and the byways, it's ultimately bringing an end and an abrupt halt to their society. Because the more we speak of economic turmoil, etc., the more this man's kingdom falters. You see what I'm saying? And he knows that. This is why he's losing hair. Esau is literally putting his damn hair out, and this is why he's going crazy, to stop this truth once and for all. But, you know, he's not going to get close to stopping it. And it says here, and land their hands on the apostles and put them in common prison. A common prison will be like a city province, like a county jail almost. Like if you get locked up in a county or Chicago, and depending on how bad the charge is and how bad it is and how rigorous it is, they send your ass straight to 26 in California, man. Which that's one of the most by far county jails in America. Okay, county jail on 26 in California. Okay, if you get hit with a terrorist charge, you going straight there, man. They're gonna put you in max. And you know, with that being said too, depending on the jumpsuits, you know, you get put in, people was able to determine what type of crime you got. And Esau's so much of a devil, he will frame brothers under the worst type of scrutiny, man. Because Jake ain't gonna know. You go in there with a damn pink or red jumpsuit, whatever that symbolizes. You think Jake is gonna listen to when you say, man, you was in here for teaching the word of the Most High? Because before you know it, before you get processed in, which is a 28-hour period, before you get processed in, they already gonna have the narrative about you on the news, man. You see what I'm saying? So by the time you on deck, motherfuckers already waiting to crack your head open. So, hey, brothers, we gotta count the cost, because Esau's gonna do what he can do in order to clear his name and frame us. But through the spirit, we're gonna be all good, because everything we're doing is based on fact and truth. Okay, everything he's gonna accuse us of is gonna be based on a lie. That's why the scriptures say we were found blameless, because we're not engaging in terroristic acts. We're not being domestic terrorists. We're not destroying things or threatening anybody. We're just out here pushing the word. But people are so simple, they let the media get in their mind. All right, and it says here, and laid their hands upon the apostles and put them in the common prison. But the angel of the Lord by night opened the prison doors and brought them forth and said, go, stand and speak in the temple to the people all the words of this life. Okay, so the good thing about it is the fact that you had a divine intervention. And in a lot of cases in Jacob's trouble, when brothers are in these facilities, brothers are going to have angels that's going to come and deliver them out, or twist things, or kind of disrupt things, because this is not the only time that the men of the Lord would deliver out of prison by angels. And it says here, and when they heard that, they entered into the temple building early in the morning and taught. But the high priest came, and they that with him called the council together and the senate of the children of Israel, and sent to the prison to have them brought. But when the officers came and found them not in prison, they turned and told, and saying, truly the prison truly found we shut with all safety, and the keepers standing without before the doors. But when he had opened, we found no man within. Okay, so that was a divine intervention, and brothers expect that. And that's the reason why I brought out that precept, because, hey, we're going to be delivered up to councils and councilmen and senators and statemen, congressmen, and we're going to have to condemn them. We're going to tell them that they're a bunch of devils, and that society is going down, and that everything they push forth is based on a lie. Okay, so, hey, keep that in mind, brothers. So this Assembly Bill A416, we ain't got nothing to worry about. Last precept, this is the book of Revelation 2 and 10. It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer, but behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. And this is not talking about spiritual demon Satan, because how can a spirit, all right, of energy and fire cast you into a prison, man? Something without a physical body. Now, it is true you have divine interventions and anything is possible with the Most High, but this ain't talking about the devil in hell, which there's no such thing, but taking you by the bootstraps and throwing you head first in a prison. No, this is talking about a literal man known as Esau, Edom, and his minions and his comrades. It says, shall cast some of you, not all, but some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So, in a lot of cases, it could be a death sentence because, every brother has to be tried on their own accord or in their own stead. And those of you that's been taking the word lightly and you decide to get real now, this may be your fate to get your stripes, man, because you've been playing games and you decide to get serious and the Lord accepts your sacrifice. You got to go through that, man, versus the men that's been out there 20, 30, 10 plus years doing the work. They might not have to undergo that, but regardless, we're all going to face our time of persecution, man, and we got to be ready. All right. Revelation 20:4, and it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received the what, or the charagma upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Yahushua 1,000 years. And you have to understand that this is broken up into 2 different 1,000-year periods, man. All right. But anyway, I'm going to end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And with that, shalom and a ball.